you were with the CIA, so in other words, you had moved into the civilian intelligence community. What the hell's going on with the intelligence community? What is it as bad as the people who fill up my timeline seem to think? From what you can tell?
I wish I could say no. I really do, because the folks that I served with at the ground level, just like the military, the people that are actually out there doing what the American people pay the intelligence community to do, to collect intelligence, to analyze it, to provide that data to decision makers. Those people are great patriotic Americans, just like the men and women that we put on a pedestal that go and enlist in the military. I'd say it's the same dichotomy that we have between the rank and file soldiers and then the general officers. It's the same thing at the senior levels of the intelligence community. So a lot of the senior levels of the intelligence community, you get people there that usually either they started out as an intelligence officer in some capacity, some agency, and then at some point in their career, they make the decision that they want to go on the political leadership track. And then they make decisions in accordance with really the culture of Washington, D.C., the culture of the permanent administrative state, which leans, I think, authoritarian left. It's never a good thing to be a Republican unless a Republican administration is letting you have more authorities, which, for instance, under George Bush, we got more authorities to go to war in more places. The DC Beltway likes that. They liked Trump for the first 2 years of his administration because he inherited quite the problem in the Middle East where we had to go and fight ISIS. So Trump, despite all of his personality issues, I think that the deep administrative state hated because they didn't like the way that he talked about them. Trump still let them go ply their trade. That was until, and this is kind of where my wife's story ties in, that was until Trump said, hey, we've defeated the territorial caliphate. It's time to bring our troops home. That's when we saw the deep state really turn against him. But to answer your question about the intelligence